Alright, Carolina Panthers. Pretty easy. Get rid of most of them. I like Moten, even though he's on a ridiculously large contract. Trade Dante Jackson for 5th rounder. Post June 1. Save. $10 million. Probably keep Derek Brown. What could you get on the trade market for Derek Brown? Probably a 2nd round pick. And he's on the last year of his deal, is he? Yeah. I'd probably trade him too. And there's absolutely... Oh, there is. Yeah. Yeah, I'd trade him and then you've got no dead money. Save 11.5 mil. I like Von Bell, but I don't like him for that price. But I'd rather have Bell on the team than Austin Corbett. So we'll keep Von Bell. And I'll just... Who do I want on the team? That's who I definitely want. I think good offensive linemen are harder to come by than good receivers. So, and I think Thielen's going to be on the books for a while. So, would anyone take on Adam Thielen in a trade, taking on his salary? Maybe like a 4th round pick. Okay. Probably cut Xavier Woods. So that equals 10, 21 and a half at 30, at 35 mil savings equals, let's say 70 mil in cap space. So throughout the video I'll explain why I'm not high on those guys. And now for the guys I'm not sure, not really aware of how good they are. We'll, I suppose, yeah, keeping Corbett. I'd probably still cut him, but whatever. In that case, I really don't want Corbett on the team. So what I'll do instead is trade Austin Corbett for, I don't know, 6th rounder. Post June 1. Save 6 mil. And that means that we'd trade Jackson pre-June 1. So remove that designation. Save 6 mil. Something like that. So that's 17, 25, 31, 35. Let's say 38 mil in savings. Get a bunch of picks. Oh, trade Derek Brown for 2nd rounder. I reckon you could get from him. Get heaps of picks, which you can then use to either draft players or for cheap long-term contracts. So if you know you can find some great players on the cheap, that's a great tactic to pick up picks. Or you can use it to pick up like really big impact players. And saving 38 mil means that you've got $70 million in cap space to just elevate your team. So now we'll go through some guys. Now I'm not very high on Young based on a quick analysis. So these are his top plays, but it might still... What the... Why won't ad block work? Get some Australian ads up in here. Dan Murphy's, a grog store. Let's hope that shit doesn't show up again. I would have rolled out by now, to be honest. Like earlier. I would have rolled out. Just create more space. You're not getting away from the defensive lineman, and that's the objective of offense, is to create space, in my opinion. Just dancing around, then like if a guy's already here, he's screwed. That's a sack. But just because the Falcons' rush was just so straight on, that he's able to do this. Very casual. Oh my gosh. That was a nice... Got some good arm talent. Yeah, he gets that ball off and he's got a nice vertical throwing motion. So, great job there. So, why... Good hands there. Very casual in the pocket, which I don't like. I like a quarterback who knows that, like, their health is under threat because of these huge guys trying to take his head off. Gives up a bit there, and then really, like, Marshawn Lattimore's a better play than just giving up this slide, because Young could just get up and keep going because no one's downed him, right? So 1st and 10. Definitely looking at a slant here. That's obvious. A lot of cushion here. So he neglects this snap. He neglects this entire side of the field, which I hate seeing in a quarterback. I want a quarterback who only looks at where he wants to throw right at the last second. And, you know, a good defender would have their hand up and could potentially block this. I just think take the easy yards and just rush it yourself at this point, either through this gap or around here, or create more space to throw downfield. But he's content with being a pocket passer, I think, a bit too much. He's so lazy with his drop back. He's so casual. But he's got a good arm. Nah. I don't like him, but what can I do about that? I mean, there's no way I can get out of his contract, really. So what I would do is I'd give him like 5 snaps a game and hopefully he balls out. And then whenever you can get him off the books for like very little dead money, which is still in a few years, I would trade him. Either that or coach him up. Mathematics. Oh, I'd cut Sanders. Shit. Basically cut everyone. Can't get rid of Aquanu, so definitely should have him on the interior where his pass protection technique isn't so exposed. Cut Dalton. Won't even bother noting that down. Cut Shark. Cut Hecker. Jonathan Mingo. Can you all see this properly? Got a lot of opportunities. And parlayed that into 400 yards. That doesn't sound good, but stats can be deceiving. Let's see if he's got it. Number 15 here. I mean, Young's got a good throwing motion, but he doesn't step into his throws and absolutely rifle it. Watch Tyler Bray, who I've highlighted on my channel, to see a player who does that really well. He doesn't just step into it. He steps like maybe like half a yard in front of him when he throws. You should be stepping as forward as much as possible, as though you're throwing like a savage overhand right, or throwing a javelin as far as you can, right? Because this floats, so an elite cornerback could see that and then pick it off. Now, Mingo makes this look much harder than it should be, and does he get down? Just. I don't know. That was just weird technique, I thought. quick out. I'd like a guy to come towards the ball at that point rather than drift away. Because, look, no space to work with. Pretty inefficient route running there. I'd rather him just give one shuffle and go rather than all this. It gives him two. Don't know what that achieves because it just slows everything down. And Carlton Davis I've never liked. I would give... So your objective is to get open towards the far corner. What I would do is just get past Davis and then seal him off. But I don't like these calls because just run it. Just run it straight. Run at me, bruh. Just run it because you're only this far away from the line. Is that really going to be a less chance of success than this finesse-based pass all the way over here? It's just highly inefficient. This is relying on Davis just completely blowing the assignment, which he doesn't. This play calling sucks, in my opinion. And Mingo doesn't even go up to get it. So, like, why do you leave your feet there? Just try and squeeze as much juice out of every play. So, you're out of here, brother. Sorry. Ugh. Some college tape. Let's see if that... So he's on the edge here. Should have used a spin move there because the great blocker would have got him all caught up. Yeah, good job going through the O-lineman there. I like that. He's got the quarterback so isolated there that I'd prefer him, rather than just trying to get him down, but actually try and strip the ball. So at this point, like, this quarterback's got the ball way out. I would just be using my left arm in particular to just swipe at the ball rather than trying to bring him down. Like, keep him upright and try and punch the ball out. Where is he? So if this is a highlight of just falling on a ball when you're unblocked, I mean, it's decent awareness, I suppose, but pick it up and run. Pick it up, scoop it up, and go score. Now, he actually allows the breaking of contain here. So, sorry, brother, you're out too. Sam Franklin, I recall not being impressed with. Uh-oh. Neck injury. Got a big ass. That's awesome. He's keeping the defenders outside so that the running back has more space inside. So that's beautiful. This guy's a beast. Did he get many snaps? He did before. I'm assuming he got hurt. Oh my gosh. He's a keeper. And a player that I might make a highlight tape of. looks like this game was played in the 70s, the video quality. Use your left shoulder to tackle there. Oh my god, what the fuck is that tackling technique? Celebrating. What the hell is this? What is that? Did he play? Should really be watching some more recent tape. Alright, we'll look at Panthers week 10, see if you've improved dramatically since your college days, but fuck, that was awful. What number? 90. Oh, far out. How do these guys make the league, dude? That's terrible. Number 6 here. No, sorry, 68. Where is he? What have I got here? Week 6. Yeah, he plays every snap. Okay, so he's a left guard. That was pretty pathetic. There's Young asking to have the ball snapped over his head. Good pick up there. Pretty poor technique in recovering. Should never turn your back to a rusher. Oh, here's special team. Oh, I don't like Johnny Hecker, so he's out of here. Is JJ Jansen still around? Because he's one of the better long snappers. Oh, bit of work to do. Can he get there? Nice. That was Chenault, wasn't it? Who's copped a lot of flack in his career, but I think he's pretty good. Oh, Mays is awful. I mean, you can tell offensive lineman isn't going to be great with his awareness because his eyes are pointing down here. You want your eyes up to survey what the heck's going on in front of you. Like, how are these guys in the league, bruh? Dude! This is, like, you might think that my vibe right now is kind of sad. And it's because, like, some of these scrubs are able to stay in the league. And it just shits me up the wall. Hold on a minute. Oh, I was looking at a different list here. Oh, well. I thought that list was looking a bit small. See, I've got heaps of work to do. Pinero just stabs at the ball. I want him to swing his foot through. Stephen Sullivan is a name that I keep hearing. I can't recall. Is he that giant player out of LSU? Because if it is, then... Yeah, he went to LSU. Yeah, he's a good player. So, we'll keep him. He might even be better than Hurst at this point. Jamie Robinson. Is this one going to be better? So he's a little guy, not afraid to... Oh! Copped a huge hit from his own teammate there. I would like to see him try and strip that ball. Because he's got the quarterback at his mercy there. Comes through. Puts his helmet in the wrong spot. Celebrates a bit too much. For my liking. Yeah, that's a helmet to helmet. That's a flag in the NFL. Nah. Did he get to play? A little bit. $57 we're looking for in the Panthers. Makes me laugh seeing how chill Bryce Young is in that pocket. Yeah. Is that him? So he's the third, must be the third linebacker. So there's Franklin, pathetic diving tackle. So he needs to drop back more as soon as he realizes, well, he should have not been in this position in the first place. He needs to have more depth to cover this route, because that way you can just cover this and also your primary objective, which is the tight end. So he gets greedy. So yeah, he shut down his guy, but from a team concept point of view, he allows this route play out behind him. So that's a bad rep in my opinion. Just overshoots the ball way too much. He's kind of jogging to make up for the mistake. So I got better things to do than keep evaluating him. Alright, we'll keep you in mind. Love me some AJ Parker. So there's 2 Lamar Jacksons. Didn't like this cornerback out of college. We'll see if he's improved, because it's been a while since I evaluated him. He didn't really play there. So was he on the Chiefs? Yeah. Alright, thanks homie for making this video. Wow, took on that blocker really well. Kind of dives at a guy's knees, which I don't like to see. Yeah, he's not really a forceful tackler, and that's important. So, sorry, you're out. Let's see if they've got a Thurman highlight tape. Nope. He's been around the way. All right, this might be good. 70,000 subs, eh? Good for you. Oh wait, this isn't a highlight tape. This is just another guy like me evaluating. So here he is. No, there's a more efficient way for me to evaluate him than watching that guy's tape. Jalen Camp. No, this was too long ago, so What? So he's on the Panthers roster, but he hasn't played for a while. Oh well. Jury's out on him. Can't really be bothered digging up tape on him. Sorry, brother. Luigi Villain. So is this highlights or an analysis? It's analysis. Gives you a sense of how long these players have been at it when there's a highlight tape from 9 years ago. Love Mike Boone. Is Jordan Matthews a really old receiver? Yeah, he's been around for ages. He's 31. Look at that. I think I evaluated him back in 2020. I wasn't very impressed. Cam Sims was on the Washington Commanders and pretty impressed. Solid, not like game breaker, but solid. What matches up with Thurman well? 28 snaps week 15, and Jensen played some snaps. Week 13, week 14, and week 18 gives us the best impression of Jensen. So let's go week 13. Now, who are we looking for here? What? It's in 360p. What the fuck is that? Is that good enough? 91 on defense and 66 on offense. I like Derek Brown, but do I pay him $10 million a year for him to be on my team, or do I trade him for a second round pick? Definitely second round pick, because I can pick up far superior guys off the street at defensive tackle. Off the top of my head, Trenton Thompson, Breland Speaks. I mean, Marcel Darius might still have it. Michael Dogby might be available. Is Akeem Hicks still in the league? Pay him $5 million a year for a year. He'll wreck games. So I think it's more efficient to trade Brown, even though he's a good player. And Shy Tuttle, I just didn't think was an impact player at all. Oh God, JC Horn. What does he do here? No wonder the Panthers lost so many games. What is that? He gives up on the play, really. And he was like a top 10 pick. Like, what the frick? Show some heart, bro. So here's Thurman. Looks like the old school nose tackle. Where is he? Here. Doesn't really take up the gap that he's supposed to there, does he? And what are we looking at? 66. Right guard, I think. Shows really good activity there. Might have liked him to sink back further. and allows the free rusher. What are you doing, man? What, you think that you only have to block for like half a second? And blocks this. Basically blocks who the center should have been blocking there. Good pickup there, but really didn't put his hands in the right spot. So here's an example of Pinero kicking, and it's just like, it's not, he's got like 20% of the power of Justin Tucker because he just doesn't swing his body through it like a great golf swing enough, in my opinion. Where's Thurman at? There's Xavier Woods being a moron. Like, what are you trying to do there, bro? You're a hazard. And let me guess, JC Horn allowing inside leverage. Yep. Mike Evans being overrated as shit. Like, this is your job to... You're much bigger than the other guy. That's your job to bring the ball down. We got Jensen here again. He should have been more aware of this blitzer, I think. Block that, and then... So now he's pushed him over to his left side so that his center can pick up the block, and now he should be aware of how much pressure they're putting on the right side of the line because of this blitzer, and moving to block 98 at least. And it's just lucky that was a pretty poor defensive lineman snap there, because what is that guy doing? Where's Thurman? Come on. I'm presuming he's in on likely run plays, and therefore, like, you're going to see less highlights that way. Nah, sorry, Jensen ain't got it. Let's see if Thurman can get on the field. We might pick up an eval of Thurman later. Ricky Lee. That's the name of a pop star in Australia. Ready? If I look it up, she might come up. Ricky Lee Coulter. Here you go. Ricky Lee's a savage on that football field. Oh, she succumbed to the fucking pufferfish lips syndrome. I don't know. Is she? It looks a bit sus. O-lineman. Are other people making O-lineman highlight tapes nowadays? Ricky Lee. North Carolina A&T. Is that the same college that Tariq Cohen came out of? So Cohen might have vouched for him. Alright, allows inside. Okay, you got the pancake, but you should really... Rather than pancaking him so close to the ball, I'd rather him pancake him over here. Yeah, he allows the inside too much. So, not a fan. And it's going to be tough for me to pick up any more tape from him because he didn't really play. So, Claudin Cherilus. Oh, oh, oh. Seems pretty good. Being able to dodge blocks in space. I'd like him to get more depth to potentially even help out against this, because the cornerback's not doing their job, right? And the safety might be distracted by something coming up through here. And so, look, defense objective is just to at least prevent the long ball, and Cherilus needs to get back and potentially guard a receiver out here. And then, let's say he's here, and the quarterback throws to this guy coming across, he can come in and blow up the play. Or if there's a dump off into the flat, he can come up and make a play. But at least he's guarding against the deep stuff. So he's kind of in no man's land there, but yeah, not too bad. Not sure he really knows where to be in coverage though. See, what I would do is like show some finesse, and also like this is a potential threat. It's only because this quarterback, is that DTR, just mindlessly kind of just throws it over the middle, even when it's a low chance of success. And I'm not a fan of D. Felton or whatever his name is. And shows no willingness to tackle with his right shoulder there, which is what he should have done. And gets past the ball carrier. He's okay, but yeah, he's probably like Cam Sims, like solid, just not a real game breaker, which is really what you'd want, because I could cut him for basically no penalty at all. So he was just really a special teamer last season, but I didn't really see enough from him from that tape to keep him, I'm afraid. I don't think this guy played. Yeah. Have we got any tape on him? Alright, so he's a left tackle here. This is a little while ago. But if he's got it here, then he's most likely going to have it at the NFL level. Because it's only, maybe unless you suffer some horrible injury where you can't move as well, you're most likely going to get better here on out. But it allows inside rush too much. Okay, this wasn't too long ago, so love me some Equitable Rogue. Let's give you a sub. Is content with absorbing blocks rather than actually making a play on the ball there. What is he doing? What is he doing? Yeah, see, he's very focused on what his job is, and I think he needs to focus on like what's going to contribute most to his team's success. He needs to be surveying everything rather than just focusing on what his move is, and his eyes are only on his assignment. I would just be going outside because there's clearly tons of help inside. I'd be going outside rush, just 100% here. But instead, he kind of just tries to stand up the blocker, which wasn't really an appropriate play. Yeah, he just hasn't really... I would just flash outside, and if the offensive lineman oversteps, hit him inside and take Young's head off. But if the lineman doesn't get out there in time, then that's also a free rush. But he's really just... might be a decent run stopper, but almost no pass rush ability by the look of it. So didn't like Ray out of college. JD Dorenzo. $55 O Lyman. Nice pancake, but does scorpion himself, which is not a good look. ...2021 highlights. So this is a little while ago. Did he get opportunities? He's definitely got the tangibles. Big boy. And I want him to use his length more to keep the defender away, because all it takes is a spin move and then they're past him. So lacking some technique there. And I want him to pancake outside, and also there's a potential hold there. Just completely unnecessary play there. Uh-oh, blindside block. Yep, you're out. That's not allowed, brother. Yeah, he's a big body, but very little finesse. Raekwon Williams. If he went to Michigan State, I'm like the Rain Man of fucking football evaluation. If he went to... yeah, he went to Michigan State, and I didn't really like him much, so I'm not going to spend any time. Deshaun Jamison. LSU? Or he's a youngin', so I don't actually know. Yeah, right. Wow, he got some time. Ultimate highlights. Oh, is there going to be... Nice hit. Allows inside. Big no-no. A lot of these, like, I think he's just asking for pass interference because he's always playing catch-up here, even in the highlights. So if he overshoots it and runs into the receiver, that could be a huge DPI, you know. Breaks on the ball pretty well there. Would have liked him to probably pick that off. Allows inside, so no. Alex Cook, who are you? Wow, that's some pretty whack. Please tell me that's not entirely in shorts mode, is it? How the hell am I supposed to identify? This poor guy exported his video in portrait. Alright, well, he got enough reps in, so let's see, week 9 or week 13. Either or. So we've got D tackle 91 and safety 27. See, that looked like a shank from Hecker. That's a pretty low amount of yardage, but it worked out well, I guess. Oh, there's Wooten. Any other guys here? I might explain why I don't like some players. See, I feel like Hubbard here either has to help on this outside rusher or just stand there. Just turn around to Young and be like, I'll help you, just pass it to me. But he stuffs around and that's the end result. So 91 or 27? I think that's him there. Oh, there's Thurman. It's tough evaluating two players in the same play. There's Thurman essentially allowing that too much. He needs to shrug off Ryan Kelly, who's an outstanding player, probably the best center in the league. He needs to shrug him off. And then run past behind his D tackle here and blow up this running back in this gap. But instead he just kind of gets driven outside. There's our guy Cook making a missed tackle. There's Thurman again. He's just way too content with simply standing a blocker up rather than actually making a play on the ball. And that's what the best defensive tackles do. They can not only dominate their blocker, but dominate the ball carrier. Well, Cook can definitely get to the ball, show some good athleticism. That initial step was a bit too far inside, obviously, because now this is a big threat. And he doesn't really show much body preservation. Just runs mindlessly in there. Go to work, Gardner. Go to work. Holy crap. Telling me he's one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the league? In the world, even? Pretty good blitz pickup by Chuba there. Now, Cook's just not showing enough. Leading with his head, man. What are you doing? There's Thurman again. I just don't like either of them. Spencer Brown. He's a running back, is he? I think there's two Spencer Browns. The Bills right tackle. And this guy. So who are you? Yeah, he's a running back. So why isn't this website picking him up properly? This might be him. Yeah, there you go. He last got some reps in the NFL in 2022. I think I evaluated him because I would have evaluated him when he was coming out of the draft in 2020 or 2021, and because I would have evaluated like dozens of potential running back, potential draftees, and I recall not being overly impressed. But let's just give him another crack. Could be wrong. Watch out for the guy behind you. Doesn't avoid that hit very well. Doesn't... Oh, okay, so that... Get inside. Ugh, worry about him. Nah. Traore. These are really top 51 cutoffs, so I don't know exactly what that means, but... What's that? Bedara Traore. 9 years ago. Oh, in high school. It's going to be tough to get a read on him. Chris Pierce Jr. (2021). Get something more recent. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's have a gaze. But look, he hasn't had NFL opportunity, but he's on $795,000. Like, that's pretty nice outcome. So number 19. Wait, is this the same guy? Receiver. 6'3", 220 is a unit. That's a nice grab. So that's on the defensive end. So even though he secured the touchdown, I'd prefer him to stay on his feet there, just for his own safety. Good job to cover the ball there at the catch point. He doesn't look all that mobile. No. He's probably too big to be playing the receiver position, perhaps. Look, if you saw a guy who was 6'3", 220, you'd probably say, or even 230, like that's linebacker size. But he's playing receiver, and it's just like, are you going to be able to beat some of the cornerbacks in the NFL downfield? Because that's part of your job as a receiver. You need a blend of speed and size as well, and I'd be surprised. Like, Did he run a 4.840? I could be wrong, but yeah, it just didn't show me enough there. All right. Then we'll just have a look, see if there's any guys here that I'd want to bring back. Gross Matos. I think it's time I reevaluated him because I liked him out of college. Anyone else I can look at as on top of that? Chenault barely played, man. I like Camus, but he's 30, and there's probably better guys I can pick up. Just re-sign Troy Hill. He was probably the best player on the Panthers last season. Re-sign him for 2 years, maybe like probably get him for like 5 mil. Oh, I love me some Dion Jones. Jones, how old is he now? 30. Just re-sign him for 2 years, 6 mil. Right, so I don't know. Sullivan might be. I think he's on the. I don't know why this is shown as a free agent when he was on the books in that previous tab. Gio Ritchie, I really liked out of college, but I don't know if he got enough opportunity. Undrafted guy, I had him as probably like a 2nd or 3rd round talent, and proved his worth in the NFL. But yeah, didn't really get many chances in the most recent season. Derek Wright. Gonna be tough to see some tape on him. It's a shame. I feel like he should just upload some highlight tapes of himself. I mean, why not? But let's get an eval on Gross Matos week 18. He might have phoned it in by then, which you don't want to see out of the great players, but you want to see him play when there's actually they think there's like a lot on the line. Preferably. Like week 3, Panthers still might think that they've got a chance to, be competitive. It's Dalton. What are you doing? It's lit up. Which is kind of his own fault. So 97. Gross Gross Matos. Here he is. He's got to be pretty darn good for me to want to bring him back. Wasn't really violent enough there to push a guy back outside. Again, these taller guys, you know, he's 6'5", 260. These taller guys, they're just not going to have as much leverage to push off of offensive linemen. So I would have probably liked him to be a tight end or bulk up a little bit more and become an offensive lineman. But I guess if you are on defense, you'd probably play on the edge. So I'd just be interested to see, like, would Gross Matos actually be better as a tight end? Maybe. So this is my biggest gripe about Thielen, is that basically no after the catch ability. So I would have cut that route short a little bit earlier, because a better cornerback would be on him at this point, potential pick. I would have cut it short, maybe like 3 yards shorter. Thielen turns back, makes a good safe grab, and just falls over. He's content with that. The best receivers make yardage after the catch. He should have been attacking this hole, but he falls over. Terrible. Now, how's Christensen? Oh no, that's Throckmorton. Matos just seems content with, oh, the ball's outside the pocket. Okay, well, that's not my responsibility anymore. Which I don't like. He doesn't play with his pants on fire. Oh, have we got a Scorpion? There's our boy Thurman. Oh! Holy crap, man. How did the coaching staff put up with this mediocrity? Oh, there's Gross Matos out here. So he showed a pretty good job there and saved the first down. Quite mobile for a big fella. But he's not really showing me enough for me to want to bring him back. Holy crap. That was some bad pass rushing. So here's a Kwanu. And gonna plug myself again. I do an analysis of Kwanu on my website, which you can access via the link in my channel bio, which you're going to have to pay to watch, but it's evaluations on the top 45 draftees in the 2022 NFL draft. I might find the Kwanu section and play it for you. See if you agree.
Trayvon has a great motor side. He goes the ball with the rusher.
Where was he drafted? The number 6. I was 2022. Yeah, that's the draft I'm evaluating here. Number 6. Holy crap! You need a dominant player at that position, and I just don't think he's it. Big body, mobile, doesn't have the technique.
Konwu uses his long arms well, but he does allow defenders inside of him, which loses space for ball carriers behind him and increases work for his fellow linemen on his inside.
So just overshooting, not trying to get blockers outside to give more space inside. It's a fundamental aspect of blocking, and he's got no understanding of it as far as I'm concerned. But very mobile, got all the tangibles, but not necessarily the intangibles. Yeah, I think that wraps it up. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that the Panthers had such a bad record. I mean, from last season, like I'm only keeping this many players. That's like 15 players, and Aquanu, Von Bell, and Bryce Young are guys that I would keep because I have to, because cutting them would just be too much dead money. But I'd contemplate cutting them anyway if I bring in the guys I want, and in what situation would I cut them? When I'd rather bring in a guy for like $1 or $2 million a year and get rid of these guys. So I'd take on a lot of dead money, but the guy I'm bringing in is bringing in more value than what the dead money would be. So this is a bare bones roster. Lot of work to do even after making all these cuts, but I would have given the team a lot of picks and a lot of cap space, and picking up our own guys for pretty cheap. I should really make a list of all the free agents that I would sign. But yeah, there you have it.